Imagine we get everything right.
Right? Oh my god. They're gonna be like, hey, Fus and Hermit called it. They have ESPN. Just so you know, I know it's ESP. I just made a joke for those who are gonna be like, Fus, it's ESP, not ESPN. Yeah, it's a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a joke, guys. It's a joke.
This just in. Red arrows spotted at Lake Erie. Breaking news. Sudden storms over Mount Coronet. In an astonishing turn of events, Champion Cynthia defeated. New champion takes the throne. It's always sunny at Sunyshore Station.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sunyshore Station, your choice for Pokemon podcasts. I'm Fus Force, and I'm joined by the loveliest of co-hosts, Mr. Lonely Hermit. Say hi.
Hi.
Mr. Lonely Hermit, are you excited for... How dare you laugh? How dare you laugh at me? Are you excited for Scarlet and Violet, my friend?
No, I am not a fan of Pokemon.
Trash games. Trash.
Don't even know why I'm here right now, to be honest.
They're on the Switch, man. They should come out on the Xbox instead.
Exactly.
For those who don't know sarcasm, that was sarcasm. Just in case you didn't. I think both of us, we can safely say, are very, very excited for Scarlet and Violet. Off the top of my head, based off of what I've seen, I'm very, very excited for the games. I'll break the fourth wall. This is going to come out a little bit later than when we're actually recording it. But from the material that we've seen, I'm actually really, really excited for it. Yeah. The co-op multiplayer options, the reveal of the legendaries, a little bit of the overworld, and some of the new Pokemon. We stand Lechonk over here. Yes. Do you like Lechonk?
Heck yeah. Let me some bacon.
Best boy. Bacon. He needs to have like a bacon shiny, like a shiny Eviltal, you know?
That'd be perfect.
Honestly, I can't wait to see what it evolves into. I hope it's like a normal ground or normal fighting or something.
I just want to be like a giant warthog. I just want to be this giant pig, like this huge pig,
like Pumbaa.
Yeah. This huge pig. That'd be so cool.
I'm actually kind of curious to see Smoliv too, like what Smoliv turns into. It looks like Badoo a little bit, so I hope it has like a 3-stage evolution or something similar. Yeah. And it turns into something really cool. It would be really nice. Off the top of my head, I think that the game is going to look really, really fun to play. I think that it's just going to be one of the coolest features. The co-op is obviously the thing everyone's been talking about.
Yes.
I think this is going to change the way people do like Soul Links and Nuzlocke and Versus and stuff like that. I made like a video doing an analysis of it, and I'm just very, very, very excited for what it has to offer for us. What kind of things are you most excited for? I mean, like obviously the co-op is going to be a cool thing, but like, is there something like in particular with that co-op you'd like to do, or are you hoping for like a feature that's included with it?
I just hope the co-op I just hope it runs well, to be perfectly honest with you. That's my main. I've always been like a performance kind of. I've always had that mindset when it comes to games. Like if it runs well, obviously I'd like it to look good too, but I don't need crazy 8K graphics. If the game doesn't run well, like I'd rather have the game run well. So that's my main thing with it. I hope they figure out a way to make it run well, to make it just smooth. Because I'm assuming more than likely, unless you're playing local, I'm assuming you're gonna play online, obviously. And Sword and Shield wasn't always the best when you were, running around the wild area while you're online. It would get a little laggy.
It was really laggy,
especially with the weather, all that stuff.
Oh my gosh, yeah, thunderstorms.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The slow lightning blast.
Dude. So that's my main first and foremost concern. Is it going to run well? Which I'm guessing they did, because Pokemon, whenever they come to a new system, they always play it safe with their first main title, and I think that's what they did with Sword and Shield. They played it safe. They kind of tested it out, tested the water, see what they could do, and I think they're definitely going to learn from that. The next game on the system, next generation on the system, normally is way better because they like I said, they played it safe, and then they go in on the deep end in the next gen.
They expand upon it, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm definitely really looking forward to co-op, and so I think they'll have a much better understanding on how to make it run smoother and how to make it not so laggy. Although I'm sure there will be lag, that just comes with internet connections and stuff. But as long as they can make it run smooth 95% of the time, I guess. That's the main thing I'm looking for, aside from also playing with like friends and stuff.
My biggest concern when you're talking about co-op is it going to limit the play window? Because we know that this is going to be an open world adventure, because Pokemon themselves has confirmed it. Is there going to be like you can only be in this chunk, you know what I mean, together?
Yeah,
like
true.
like a loading differential, because when you think about open world games, they only load in high resolution the area that you're in.
Yeah.
So is the game gonna like function in a sense you can't move more than 200 feet away from each other, or are you gonna like disconnect or something? Or is it gonna run like a server where it's like loading it off of an external way? Because if the world is loading on your device and their device, and you have to like split that difference, and it's loading two separate things in two separate locations, I think that's what's gonna cause lag. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that definitely ties in with the performance there.
Exactly.
Because either it's gonna be constant loading because we're all constantly moving and going to different areas, or the whole area, the whole region is just gonna have to be loaded in all at once.
That, or they can have like subsections. You know how like they have like routes, like Pokemon could be like, okay, this is like the subsection of the map, kind of like in Breath of the Wild. You know how like this is the area that you have. They might like confine your co-op to that area, and then you have to reassign the co-op again in another area, just to like get, because I mean, well, at the same time though, they might not do that, because if you remember in the trailer, it had them in 4 different locations. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I don't know how, I can't pretend to know how this is going to work, but I'm just trying to think from like a developer standpoint. Is this going to run off of a server? Once you turn on the online function, is it going to run off of like a server that decreases the stress on your hardware? Because my Switch is going to get real hot.
Absolutely.
You're going to need like 14 fans to get a water cooling.
You guys are going to be able to hear us on the mics. All you're going to hear is the Switch going.
You're gonna hear it's gonna sound like a creeper getting ready to explode in Minecraft constantly.
Oh my goodness.
That's just my biggest concern, is like, are they gonna give us the open world experience that we want on that online co-op availability, or are they gonna limit us to like a certain location, kind of like you have this whole area, but it's a finite area unless you want to reload back into it? Because that'll be a game changer for me, whether or not it's the full world or not.
Yeah, I totally agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just like, that's like a concern for me at the moment.
Yeah. I feel like our concerns kind of go hand in hand there.
Who knows, by the time this podcast is out, like we might already have an answer about that, because like we're only working off of 2 trailers, so just breaking the fourth wall, recording these in bulk in advance because life gets busy. But, we're only working off of our initial 2 trailers of knowledge, and no leaks. Not really any leaks have been put out there.
I personally haven't looked at anything. So regardless.
I don't look at leaks. I don't look at leaks anyway. But like, it's just like a statement to let people know where we're at right now. Like, we might not have all the information that whenever you're listening to this, you'll have more information. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just wanted to point that out.
Yeah. I think one of the other biggest things that came from the trailer, actually, it's something that popped in my head when it came to co-op, shiny hunting.
Oh my god, that would be so fun if you could like steal the shiny from somebody else.
Oh, I would never play co-op with anyone.
How hilarious would that be though? Like an actual shiny race. Like that would be aggressive. Yeah. Oh my god, that would be fun. I would never play with Landon. No offense, Landon. No offense, Landon.
Too many shinies right there. Too many shinies. Oh, all you gotta do is just stay behind him then. Just stay right next to him, wait for one to pop up, and just toss it.
And then just like judo chop him in the neck, or like cut his internet or something.
Knock him out. Yeah.
Just cut his internet real quick and be like, hey, Landon, that's mine.
That'd be really cool though if they made like a specific co-op shiny hunting method. I think that'd be really cool, kind of like raids in a lot of ways, how you would all 4 go into the raid and try to catch the shiny, in a lot of ways like that. I think that'd be so cool. You just all look for all these shiny Pokemon. They could do boosted odds if you're in co-op, maybe.
That would
for
be
every
cool.
person that's in there, you get a little bit more boosted odds. Probably nothing crazy.
Like it gives you like maybe like an extra roll or something like that.
Yeah.
Like maybe it'll take off like maybe like a couple of % or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, because I mean, they have to reward you for playing together, you know?
Yeah. I mean, they don't have to. They do, but they don't. I feel like there's gonna be certain ways where they do, and a lot of those ways is probably gonna be like with items and TMs and things like that.
Like it was with the cooking and stuff like that. With
yeah,
yeah.
That's where I could see them doing it. But a shiny hunting method, I guess that's a whole other thing to talk about. But we don't really have anything to go off of. Is the shiny
That's
hunting
just
in
speculation?
general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it'd be really, really fun, like you were saying, if they gave us like some kind of bonus. Like if you have the shiny charm and you're with co-op, it gives you like an extra roll.
That'd be insane.
It's kind of like the reward for playing with people with Dionite ore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Imagine like shiny charm odds, and then those shiny charm odds get brought down again and again and again for every person that comes in. Like you could probably get shinies like it's nothing, just nonstop.
Kind of like Legends.
Yeah. Although there'd probably have to be some kind of obviously kind of check to it to keep it from getting like Legends. So yeah, but that was something that definitely popped into my head when I was thinking about co-op was shiny hunting. Like how's that gonna work, or if there's gonna be a method for it within co-op, or maybe what they'll end up doing is we'll just have one shiny hunting method, right? That's in the main game. You can do solo, but then maybe we'll find some strategies in co-op to work together to do that sort of thing or something.
That could be cool too. Maybe they could bring back something with like chaining. Like if you have a co-op chain, like if each of you are maintaining a chain, it increases your odds. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be really insane for the processing, but that would be kind of fun for it. Like, you know, hey, if you all have a chain of like 30 or more, then here's your odds or whatever. That'd be ridiculous, honestly.
Yeah. Or maybe you go one at a time and try to keep the chain going together. You kind of take turns. Ooh.
Man, the community shiny hunting would be insane for that.
That's why I'm hoping they do something.
What I really hope for is that they have some kind of like Safari Zone area that you can go co-op in, because how fun would Safari Week be with co-op?
Yeah.
That would be kind of sick, you know what I mean? Like going into a Safari Zone or some kind of like designated area that is like that kind of thing, where you are in this, I'm using Safari balls for this, or here's this catching contest for this. That would make the community shiny racing that happens during Safari Week like 10 times more fun. It's already really fun, but it's already super awesome, and the community is great. But imagine that would be absolutely stellar, you know?
That'd be wild. That would be wild.
And going back to the whole like PvP thing, you know, it'd be hilarious is if whenever it eventually gets on the Yuzu emulator, if somebody mods it to where you could like attack people in co-op, you like 30 Pokemon, initiate battle to stop them, snipe. It's called shiny sniping while they're trying to get a shiny or something like that. You could force them into battle with you.
Yeah.
Our eyes have locked, Hermit. We must battle.
Correction, you must battle my Fuecoco, not me.
You must battle my top percentage of Rattata.
Yeah.
I'm really hopeful for the game. My initial thoughts based off of seeing these trailers and it being still a ways away from when it actually comes out at the time of this recording, I'm very hopeful for the prospect of having that co-op and having those potential shiny methods, and I'm excited to see what people are going to be able to do with it and how creative people are going to be. Just this feature alone is worth getting the games, even if it was just like a repeat of something else. If it was just Sword and Shield but with a co-op face, I still think that would be a brand new reason to get the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just feel like this is just going to change it completely.
Oh yeah, I think this game is going to be big. It's definitely I feel like it's going to silence a lot of people who have been saying Pokemon's been stagnant, which in certain ways, yes. When they actually try to do something different with Sun and Moon, everyone just kind of dumped on it.
Yeah.
Finally, I think we're gonna get a game that is definitely gonna be different from all the other ones. Obviously, it's open world. That's already just, and like you said, co-op. One of those two alone would have been, you know,
enough to make the game worth a $60 price tag.
Exactly.
Know?
Yeah.
Even if you were paying for the same thing again, like if they were to just like put like, I don't know, like take back and go back to Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. If they announced that it was just all open world, but it's still the same game, but it's open world, and then there's co-op features, nobody would have complained about it. Nobody.
Nope.
Nobody would have. But it's not. So, you know, people are like, okay, you know.
The other thing that wasn't in the trailer. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it was hinted to or anything like that, but that wasn't, I guess, explicitly stated in the trailer, but said in the sort of notes on the Pokemon website was that the story wasn't going to be linear.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Like, you remember do you remember the Pokemon Origins anime that they released?
Yeah.
Like, Brock was like, hey, so he was talking to Red. He said, how many gym badges do you have? And he's like, this is going to be my first one. He said, okay, then I'll use these Pokemon. He had like a range of Pokemon. So if you were to go to the first gym, quote unquote, first gym, as the 8th gym, they would have a completely different lineup. Mm-hmm. And I think that is a sick idea. Like a completely like flexible lineup of where you can go. And then they can treat it kind of like, have you ever played Fallout 76?
No.
It's basically an open world Fallout game, and it got a lot of hate initially, but it's actually not a bad game now after they added all this stuff, the Wastelanders update. That's another can of beans. Anyway, there are sections of the map. You can go anywhere you want. There are sections of the map, though, that are level, like, locked. You can go there, but you're going to die. You know what I mean? Like, this is like an incredibly, incredibly hard area. It's kind of like where, remember how they said you have to be at least like second star to go over this bridge in Legends?
Yeah.
They physically stopped you from going over there, and then the water obviously drowns you if you try to go through. But if they were to just let you pass, and then the Pokemon are just a higher level, and then you like for example, did you accidentally run into the Alpha Snorlax?
I saw it and I ran away.
I accidentally ran into it and I got bodied. Okay. So, like, yeah, I feel like the game should be completely open world, but there should be like level scaling for the parts. So, like, you can go to this area, but you're probably gonna die. You know what I mean? Like, there's actual consequences.
I think it'd be better if the world scale. Well, because one of the biggest things is we don't even know if there's gyms in this game.
That's true.
There hasn't even been confirmation. I mean, maybe we've seen a gym and we just didn't know it.
I think we have, or they might be bringing back the trials or something like that.
Yeah, could be implied, you know, in the trailers that maybe we did. And again, if maybe a new trailer came out and they introduced gym leaders and stuff like that, or trials.
So don't
like
hate on us in the comments. We don't know. We really don't know.
So at this point, we do not even know if they're doing gyms, the traditional gym route. But I kind of would like it if the world would scale with every gym you get. So obviously, you know, keep your like the strong spawns in the wild area, keep those like level 60 whatever, because you know, those getting like an early game Garchomp is, you're obviously going to tear through the game. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. So keep those Pokemon, but scale, you know, the trainers and the wild Pokemon as you move through the game, you know. And like you said,
that'd be a lot of coding.
It would, and that's the tough part about it.
I think if they do that route, they're gonna do the gym leaders, and then what they'll do is they'll make the trainers and or wild Pokemon subsequent to each area like a different level. Like, for example, the starting area is probably going to be like 1 to 15. Like the like once you journey past that and you go into other places, the levels can be different. Like if you're going to this place that looks like a giant dragon death valley, it's probably going to have high level Pokemon. It's not going to have like level 1s and 2s. It could have level 1s and 2s, but you're probably going to see like level 60s, 70s, 80s, you know? Yeah. Kind of like a guaranteed alpha is going to be like 88, you know?
I think the difficult part though is if you have like a high level area, or if you put the starting area and let's say there's only 2 gyms in that starting area, you're still kind of on a linear path in a lot of ways, you know. And let's say the next area you go to has only 2 gyms, you're still kind of moving on a linear path, although, you know, the choice was there, like which gym you could take first. But I in that sense, you're still kind of moving on a linear path. So it's kind of, I'm interested to see how they're going to handle it, to be honest.
You know what they could do though? You know, like speaking of that, they don't have to have the gyms in like certain locations. They could do like the central location that we keep seeing. That could be the place where the gym leaders meet you. Or that could be a place where, you know, you have to go at one point to start some kind of like thing for the story.
Or maybe you could just go area to area.
Exactly. You know? Or it could be like, if you think about the way Walt Disney designed Disneyland and Disney World, it could be like the central hub is that big city. And then there are paths that are like, you can take this route and run up this. Wild Pokemon won't spawn on the route unless you veer off into the wilds. But you can go straight to the next city where the next thing is. You know, just go straight there.
Yeah.
if you veer off into the woods, then you meet the Pokemon, the high level Pokemon and stuff like that. Like that's the kind of like mindset I think, because if it's like the world is connected through like some kind of like highway system or like walkway system, you can like, or some kind of like trolley or ferry or something like that, you could totally like access every location without meeting all the Pokemon in the wilds. Because if it's a civilization, you could safely travel between these without having to navigate the dangerous parts, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Just from like looking at the trailer, you remember that part where the Meowth is running down like the dark trail? It could be like that kind of like road thing, but you could like follow that road straight to the next like little area. And if you if you choose to veer off into the wilds, you totally can. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
It's kind of like if you're like walking to Adventureland or like Fantasyland.
Like you had that idea with the gym leaders, they all approach you and maybe they're just like, hey, if you want to come to my area first, go this way. If you want to, the other one's like, oh, mine's this way, or something like that, where they just kind of nudge you. Maybe it's like they group the gym leaders, 3 in this giant part of the region, 3 in this giant part of the region, 2 in this giant part of the region, or maybe they introduce another gym leader, do 9,
or what if they did
like
you're saying 9 or more? What if they did more gyms and you only have to complete 8 to qualify? You can choose.
Yeah, they could do that too. That would make it even better.
How insane would that be if there's like more than 8 gyms, but you only have to qualify by beating 8 of them?
Yeah.
That would be a really sick, like, that would be like back when Gary in the anime had
I was literally about to say, and then you could still take on the other gyms and just brag and just have the badges for bragging rights. You don't even need it.
If you complete all the gyms, you get like some kind of like bonus for it, or like some like special items or something, or some kind of like, oh hey, event Pokemon can be like available, or some kind of like wild event. That'd be really sick. What a cool idea.
That'd be insane. Dang, I didn't even think about that. They still do the gyms, but they just add more gym leaders. Oh, that'd be insane.
This is what I love about this stage of them revealing a game, is that we have no idea, but like our minds are like racing with like the potential of what we would do. So it's kind of insane to think about. So, I mean, all this stuff could be completely wrong. Like we're saying, you could be listening to us and be like, these guys are freaking idiots. They don't know what we're talking about. You have to remember, we're recording this in like June. Okay. So it's like, this is gonna come out at a later time because we bulk record in advance. But like I thought this speculation episode would be really, really cool, and we can listen back to this when it comes out and reflect based off of the new trailers that we're probably going to end up having.
Imagine we get everything right.
Right? Oh my god, they're gonna be like, hey, Fus and Hermit called it, they have ESPN. Just so you know, I know it's ESP. I just made a joke for those who are gonna be like, Fus, it's ESP, not ESPN. Yeah, it's a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a joke, guys. It's a joke. Oh my god. But I mean, the world is just endless. I mean, the possibilities are endless too. And even if they don't do any of this stuff, like I said, the fact that it's co-op and open world is enough for me to love the game already. I mean, it could have a trash story, it could have trash Pokemon, it could have no gyms or something stupid, it could be anything. It could do anything. I would still love it because of the opportunity to play co-op, because nowadays it's harder for me to play like side by side with somebody. Like when I was a kid, it was still hard because not everyone played Pokemon, but like I had my link cable and we could trade, or I had my wireless Game Boy SP adapter, and we could trade or be in the same room and battle each other or something. I remember the camping trips where my cousins would take our Game Boys and our link cables, and we'd stay up past our bedtime and we'd play Pokemon and battle each other. We had to be quiet though because we didn't want to wake anyone up, you know what I mean? But nowadays we can play with our friends again, and that's just such a cool thing. I don't know, it's a step up from what Sword and Shield had in the wild area. And I want to say also, a little tiny clip from the trailer made me a little excited but also nervous. I'm hoping that Pokemon can follow you again. I saw that there's like the clip of the characters running towards each other, and they had their partner Pokemon with them. I'm really hoping that Pokemon can follow you in this game and not just like stand there like they do in Arceus.
I mean, to me, that's always kind of been a feature that's not necessary.
I would love it though.
If it's there, cool. If it's not, cool. Like, it's never really been something that's bothered me. I know a lot of people love it.
It won't make it or break it for me, but I really, really would like to have it. It's just very immersive to have your Pokemon just following you,
or maybe just your starter. That could also, or
that's
Pokemon
fair.
Or something. Yeah.
That's fair. I also wouldn't mind if they added a new Charizard form. I know Landon was talking about that in earlier when we were with him, and I know you probably are feeling the same way. But I would love a new Charizard form, man. I want a regional variant. Show me Delta Charizard from Insurgents, the Ghost Dragon with the skeletal wings.
He's skeleton. Yeah.
That's super cool. Show me that, man. Show me that. I love Charizard. I want to see more regional variants though. Like that's a really cool feature.
My kind of big like top 5 concern, or not concerns, like sort of things I want to see, I guess, from the game did change when the second trailer came out. So it's definitely co-op. I definitely want to see how that turns out. And the overworld / I'm kind of going to group that with the like level scaling and all that stuff. I kind of group those together. But new Pokemon, I just want them to be freaking cool. So I'm going to agree with you on that one. I think we need to see some really cool new regional forms because they've been knocking out the park with a lot of them. So definitely, we don't even know the region's name. You guys probably know by now. I wish we would know, but we don't even know the region's name. So they're gonna be, I just think they're gonna be cool. I hope they don't show a bias to one gen because I feel like they kind of do that. It's usually Kanto.
Yeah.
I hope they start to spread the love to 3, 4, 5. Kind of move it around a bit.
We need Pokemon that are like underappreciated, like Dunsparce getting some love. You know what I mean? Like I want Pokemon that I never thought about using being like viable candidates for my team. I don't know, just something to consider. And then also I want to say while we're talking about it, we're talking about dope Pokemon designs. I absolutely love the box art legends, Kiraidon and Miraidon. I believe that's how you say their names, Kiraidon, Miraidon.
Probably.
Yeah, I love the idea of the whole past and future thing. I'm personally leaning towards the Scarlet one, Kiraidon.
Yep, me too.
It looks really really cool. It's not that Miraidon doesn't look good. It's just that I personally like the ancient dragon look, rather than like a techie thing. I'm not really big on techie Pokemon.
I like Genesect. That's the first one that pops in my head, but I totally agree.
Genesect's kind of cool. Oh my god, what if they had like a Genesect like form in this game because of the whole future and past thing?
Yeah,
like they could have like a focus on fossils, and they could have what if they had like a form, an ancient Genesect, the speculation,
That'd be wild.
If we call this, I swear to God. If we call this, I swear to God. Oh my god.
I'm curious what they're gonna do with fossils because they did something new in Sword and Shield. I thought it was cool. Like they're just, I feel like a lot of people missed the point. Like they're meant to be abominations. They're not meant to be cute or whatever. Like they're meant to be abominations.
I like the concept. I just think the execution of it was just a little funky.
I thought they looked fun. But regardless, they tried something new with the fossils and different. And I wonder if they're gonna try something like that again. And they introduced 4 new fossil Pokemon.
You know what I'd really like is I'd like the pure versions of each of them.
Yeah.
If that was an option, and then you had the option to customize, that'd be really really sick. Like if they had a pure, like the Zolt one, the electric one.
Yeah.
If they had a pure version of that, or if they had a pure version of Dracovish, I don't know. Just something to consider. But that's just basically my initial thoughts on it. I just wanted to share that and basically bounce ideas off of each other because we don't know at this point, So you guys are all in the future. Hi future Fus. Hi future Josh. I bet you guys. I bet you're thinking we sound dumb right now. No. I wanted to share my thoughts right now. And then release it later, kind of like a little time capsule, if that makes sense. So this will be like sandwiched in between Philly's episode and I think Guanaco's episode, just because I want the Metronome interviews to start early, but I also want this to like be closer to the release of Scarlet and Violet, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, any last thoughts before we close? I think we had a really good discussion on this. Yeah.
There was one more big thing. And we don't have to go too much detail on this because we know literally absolutely nothing about it.
Yeah.
If there even is going to be one. But the sort of mechanic of the generation.
Oh, yeah, true. What are they going to do?
So there's, Mega Evolution, Z moves, Dynamax, Gigantamax. What's it going to be? Are they going to continue tradition, which I'm sure they will. Personally, for me, I'm just hoping it's I'm kind of tired of power boosts. I'm not gonna lie.
I kind of like the idea that they had in Legends where you could do the strong and agile style.
Yeah,
that was kind of fun. If they kept that going, I wouldn't be mad because it kind of like changed the formula of battle turns. I liked that. I mean, because turn-based Pokemon gets kind of a little old, but if you can like manipulate how many turns you get in a row, I really enjoyed that a lot. It made for really strategic playing. I wouldn't be mad if they kept that because that might be like the new mechanic of Gen 9. You know, who knows? They
might have to balance it, I think, a little bit with within the normal battling, because Legends battling was kind of different. But yeah, I agree. I think if they balance it, you know, and bring it into the battling regular, that'd be cool. I was also thinking like Delta typings, like maybe in battle they change typing.
Oh yeah. Oh, like kind of like a more Pekko kind of thing.
Yeah, something like that. I think that'd be fun. I think it's just something fun, something unique, something different. I'm just tired of the power boosts and these, you know, super powerful moves. Like I just want something unique that isn't necessarily a power boost, but could be, like you said, like a strategic advantage in the battle regardless. Like battle or strong style, just style.
What if they did like a item that you could choose one Pokemon in your team to have a third typing?
That was I remember cool. When I was bouncing back and forth with my chat, that was one of the things that came up. I was like, kind
of like how you can only use one Dynamax, you can only use one Z move, you can only use one Mega Evolution. Only one Pokemon in your party can hold this item, and you can choose like a third typing.
Yeah.
Or like you could be like you could unlock a Pokemon's third typing. Like let's say Swampert, and it gains like an Ice third typing or something like that. You know, like anything. You know. I don't know. That's just something that like I thought of, and I was like, that would make the game extremely interesting. Like you gain the benefits of stab, and maybe you don't get the drawbacks of the weaknesses or something like that. Or you can choose to negate one of the weaknesses of your one of your typings. That'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, maybe it's like you get, instead of getting a TM from gym leaders, or maybe you still get the TM, you get a crystal from their typing, like kind of like Z crystals. I guess. You get like a thing from their typing,
and you can like apply it to Pokemon that have a move of that type, and it gives them the stab.
Maybe that's the restriction to it. You have to have a move. They
have to have like Ice Punch, and they can hold the Ice Crystal, and it gives them the stab for ice moves, but it doesn't give them the drawback of ice.
Dang, Pokemon Mew would absolutely benefit from that.
Oh my god! Oh jeez,
Pokemon
dude.
like Mew or just Pokemon that can learn a lot of moves in general.
Wow, that'd be ridiculous. Or Greninja.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That'd be ridiculous. I'm thinking about that. Like in a sense of like how would that be a gimmick that wouldn't be too broken? I mean, because it could still be susceptible to like knockoff and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
I think that would be a really cool gimmick to explore. Get the benefits of stab, but like don't get any of the drawbacks of having that third type.
Yeah.
Or you could like negate one of the drawbacks of one of the types. I don't know, something to think about.
So just something. The point is I think we both can agree that we just want something fun.
I want something, like you said, not a power boosting thing, not something that's not broken, and something that's not going to make like competitive like completely a nightmare to play. I want something that's like hilarious. You know, something I toyed around with when I was making my speculation video and my review of the trailer is, what if they made like a ability or like some kind of like item that made your weaknesses and resistances and stuff like that flip.
Swap. Okay. Yeah.
So like, what if Dragon was not super effective against itself? What if it resisted itself and it was super effective against Fairy? You know what I mean? Dragon would become powerful again. Yeah, it really would. But like, you know, I was just thinking about that. Thinking about that, and I was like, oh my god, what if they like flipped like competitive like mindset completely on its head?
Actually, Dragon would kind of get weaker in a lot of ways because it resists quite a few typings. But yeah, that's an interesting idea.
I don't know, just something to consider. But it'd be super effective against everything.
Yeah,
because it's not effective against anything. That'd be insane. That would be absolutely insane. But it'd be a glass cannon.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Dang.
We could talk about this forever. And you guys, like we said, we're probably completely wrong about any of this stuff. But if we're right, we called it. We called it back in June. Called it. Oh my goodness! I expect royalty checks, Nintendo. Yeah, ESPN. We have ESPN. But yeah, I think that was a really good discussion.
Yes.
I think that there's a lot of good material to unpack, and it's going to be interesting to like listen to this again when this comes out after knowing more about the games. If we do, they could not release it, until the very end. I mean, they did that with some gens, so who knows. But any last minute thoughts before we close out today?
Let us know your guys' predictions and stuff down below. I mean, you guys probably know more than us at this point, but if I'm sure you haven't revealed everything.
Tell us something you thought back when we were making this, like back whenever the first and second trailers were coming out. What was something you were speculating?
Yeah, and let us know what you think of our speculation too. I mean,
yeah, right.
I'd like to hear some feedback on that. Don't be mean, please.
Right, please don't be mean. We're sensitive. Guys, don't forget to check out our YouTube channels. You can find Lonely Hermit at Lonely Hermit on YouTube. You can find Fus Force on YouTube. No way. Check out our social medias as well. We got Twitter. I've got Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You guys can check out all of the different things that we have Sunyshore Station has to offer for you guys. We have full episodes and mini episodes. Don't forget to rate the podcast and follow it for more. We really appreciate all the love shown to the podcast so far, so let's keep it going. Let's keep the awesomeness happening. We really do appreciate it. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. This has been Sunyshore Station. Have a great day.
Thanks for tuning in. This has been Sunyshore Station.